The Skyliner gondolas have been revealed, the covers have been taken off, and we can see some of those special wraps that we've been hearing about for a long time. And there are so many more than we expected. Let's jump into every single one we know about right now. Before we take a closer look at every single one of the wraps on the Skyliner gondolas that we know of right now, I should mention that we're probably going to see even more than these in the future. But right now, this is what we've seen. Let's start it off with a classic that many of us love, Peter Pan and Friends. And you can see Peter Pan on the side, bringing Wendy and Lost Boys, John and Michael on their way. And on the other side, you can see Mr. Smee looking out to see where they're going. Then we have Donald, Daisy, Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. On the back there, you can see Scrooge with all of his money. And on the front, you can see Huey, Dewey, and Louie looking out at the gondola, kind of waving to everyone. And Donald and Daisy looking around. Donald looks a little confused there. Next, we have everyone's favorite experiment, 626, otherwise known as Stitch, all over one of those Skyliner Gondola cars, licking the windows, and you can see paw prints all over. Next up is the Finding Nemo wrap with Squirt and several undersea pals, along with Nemo and Dory and several others. I really like how Hank is just kind of peeking over the side there. It's really cool. Next up, we have Goofy and Friends, including Clarabelle and Horace. You can see they're kind of waving and looking down there. Goofy riding along, and of course Pete looking out to see what's going on. Now we come to the classic, iconic Skyliner with Pluto and a little bird there, Chip and Dale on the other side, and Mickey and Minnie taking pictures as they're riding along. It wouldn't be the Disney Skyliner system without Mickey and Minnie and Pluto. Next up, we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. You can see they're all there, all around the gondola car. You can see Dopey right there with gems all around. What I really like about this one is they have the wood frame going around the outside. Really gives it a cool effect. The next gondola car looks rather chilly with a frozen theme. You can see Sven and Kristoff kind of waving and kind of snow and ice all around. Then we come to the Princess and the Frog, and you can see them both on one side and Mama Odie on the other, and you can see kind of the snake's tail goes all the way down. I love that 3D effect. Ralph Breaks the Internet, another very, very cool one, and you can see Ralph is actually holding two parts of the word Skyliner. That is so funny. And where the Skyliner is supposed to be, it's broken, so he's holding the two pieces, and there's no word Skyliner on that side. Very smart. Blasting off to a galaxy far, far away, you've got the Star Wars gondola wrap with C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, the Porgs, even BB-8 is there joining in on the fun. And again, the background is so cool. It looks like you've blasted off into hyperspace with the stars around you. Another classic, the Toy Story pals. You've got the Little Green Men, Slinky Dog, Rex, Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and that iconic cloud background. The monsters have joined the fun from Monsters, Inc. You can see Mike and Sully. They're ready to go in that door and see who's inside the Skyliner car. So smart. Next up, we come to the Winnie the Pooh wrap. You can see Tigger kind of looking over the edge, the leaves falling near Eeyore and everyone, and there is Pooh and Piglet. I really like the fact that they're using the animated version. Goes perfectly here. The Guardians of the Galaxy make an appearance as well. You can see Groot and Rocket. Rocket kind of looks a little bit different from the movies, but still really good. You've also got Yondu and the space dog there, and of course Gamora and Peter Quill, Star-Lord. We'll definitely remember the next wrap with Coco. They're playing guitars right there on two sides. They're playing the guitars, father and son. I really like this one. A question you may be asking, Michael, which one is your favorite so far? I've already figured it out. It's this one, the Haunted Mansion. Just look at this one. Madame Leota and the instruments all around you. On the other side, the coffin is opening right there with the hands and the crows. I love this one. And of course, can't forget the hitchhiking ghosts. I really want to take a ride inside this Skyliner car. The Beauty and the Beast Skyliner wrap came out extremely well. You can see all of the characters there, but one part I especially like are those red curtains on the side. It gives it a really unique look. Next up is the Ratatouille Skyliner wrap, and you can see the rats are making food there, and everyone around them is making food. I wonder if we'll be able to smell what they're making inside the Skyliner car. Probably not, but it looks delicious. I can almost feel those waves of Hawaii when I think of the next one with Moana and Maui, and you can even see Hey Hey on the other side, and the beautiful views of Hawaii. Again, those backgrounds are incredible. I think this next one is my second favorite Skyliner Gondola wrap. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, and you can see the pirates are whistling to the dog right there, trying to get him to bring the keys to them, and actually a pirate skull with a sword and some treasure behind them, an amazing one. The Zootopia Skyliner wrap looks really cool. You can see all the characters around, including Flash right there, very cool. And they're all inside what looks like a bus or maybe a metro car with those silver handrails and the handrails above. Really cool theming. I've got to tell you, these wraps look incredibly cool, and from what I've heard from friends who are at Disney right now, they look even cooler in person. Now, I don't believe that this is every single wrap we're going to see on the Disney Skyliner system. I have a feeling we'll see even more in the future, maybe to coincide with new movie releases or something else that's coming soon, but I have a very strong feeling we'll see more in the future. I like them all, I really do. They really add an element of magic that I feel like you can't find anywhere else, but I have one suggestion for the future. We should have a Skyliner Gondola wrap on every single car. To me, the Skyliner Gondola cars are incredibly cool and a very big part of the experience, but some of them are not covered in that wrap. Some of them have the reflective kind of mirror-like finish on the outside, and I feel like if you're going to choose between having a wrap and not having a wrap, you're going to want to have characters going with you. Maybe in the morning you go from Pop Century and Stitch takes you to Hollywood Studios, then in the afternoon you want to go to Epcot and you grab the hitchhiking ghosts and transfer over to maybe the Pirates of the Caribbean. It goes on and on. It's part of telling that story, and again, I think every single gondola car should get a wrap. When I saw the video from Disney and saw that several of the gondola cars were not covered with that wrap, it got me thinking, why did they choose to do that? It would be relatively inexpensive to wrap every single one, but then I thought about the initial announcement of the Skyliner Gondola system, where they told guests they would get sweeping vista views of the parks below. And with those views, no doubt you're going to want to take pictures, like I definitely am going to want to, and I wonder if those wraps kind of interfere with the pictures or the views you may want to take in. And if you look at the video from inside the Skyliner Gondola car, you can definitely see the wrap from inside the car, so perhaps the ones without the wraps will give you a better view of the parks and resorts below. If that is in fact the case and you can get a much better view without the wrap, then this strategy makes perfect sense. Some of them with the wrap, some of them without the wrap. It's perfect for everyone. Only time will tell if those wraps around the Skyliner Gondola cars will interfere with pictures we want to take of the parks below, but we won't have to wait too much longer. The Skyliner Gondola system opens in the fall of 2019, and I cannot wait to experience it all. At the time of filming, Disney is already testing the gondola cars on their way to Epcot, so it is coming along extremely quickly. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? Do you like all of the new Skyliner Gondola wraps? Which one is your favorite? And what do you think about the idea of some of the gondola cars not having the wrap and some of them having the wrap? Would it be worth it for better photos? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day. All we need now is a Figment Skyliner wrap.